Alright. There. Hopefully nobody can tell I filmed 2 videos in one day. Okay, so around this time every year is when I would start to do a video about my picks for the best comics of the year. And I'm still gonna do that, but things are gonna be a little different this time. In all honesty, I haven't been reading as many comics as I used to. I'm very behind on new stuff, and I've been even slower to going through my back catalog. Part of this is just straight up laziness, and part of this is also because I've had a very busy 2017. A very, 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 very busy 2017. But that doesn't mean I haven't been keeping up with new comics. I just have to do things a little differently. And with that, these are my picks for the best comic books of 2017. So usually when I do my best of lists, I only pick books that debuted in that given year. So for example, under those rules, only comics who saw their first issue come out in 2017 would be considered. This year, because I've been reading much less, I've decided to open it up to everything. As long as the comic came out in 2017, it's considered. It doesn't matter if it debuted this year, in 2016, in 2006, 1996, whatever. As long as the new story came out in 2017, I'll consider it. Like, for example, Dynamite's James Bond comics. These books are really good, and they just keep coming out with new awesome stuff like Black Box, Hammerhead, Secret Service, Kill Chain, even spin-offs like the Moneypenny one-shot or the Felix Leiter miniseries. And the cool thing about these books is this is more book Ian Fleming James Bond than it is movie James Bond. So if you only know the movie version of the character, this is a great introduction to a wholly different beast. And despite all the negative press Marvel faced this year with the controversy behind Secret Empire and the lackluster Legacy, they still managed to put out good quality stuff. Captain America by Mark Waid and Chris Samnee is just what the doctor ordered. It gives us the Captain America we need right now, and from the team that brought us the best Daredevil and Black Widow stories in recent memory. Black Panther by Ta-Nehisi was my favorite Marvel comic of last year, and it still holds up. Each issue is just something new and exciting. As is Daredevil by Charles Soule. This has always been a consistently great book, especially now during the Mayor Fisk storyline. Also really good by Charles Soule, his Darth Vader series. I wouldn't say it tops Kieran Gillen and Salvador Larroca's run on the character, but it's certainly up there. Soule is doing a lot of great and unique things with Darth Vader to truly make it his own and add his stamp to one of the greatest villains in all of culture. Like I said before, I haven't read a whole lot in 2017, and to be even more honest with you guys, the most stuff I've been reading all year has been coming from DC. They've just been putting out great book after great book. Even the bad ones are leaps and bounds better than even the middling books from the New 52. Like Deathstroke. I never in a million years thought I would be reading a Deathstroke solo series. That just doesn't seem like the character that can sustain his own ongoing. But Christopher Priest has managed to make this character more thrilling and engaging than he's ever been. Greg Rucka ended his acclaimed run on Wonder Woman this year, only for Shea Fontana to come in with another great story, Heart of the Amazon. Both Action Comics and the self-titled Superman series have been consistently putting out some of the best works with that character since the dawn of the 21st century. Especially the Superman Reborn crossover, which for my money rewrote the playbook on how to do big event-style reveals and shakeups, and it didn't even take place in an event book. But since this video is mostly about being honest with you guys, the best book of 2017 was Batman by Tom Kane. All of it. I said last year that Tom Kane and his rotating team of artists might have what it takes to produce a better run on Batman than Snyder and Capullo had, and I think they're proving me right. The way King is evolving Batman as a human being and pushing his relationship with Catwoman forward in this way is just one of the best moves you can make with this character. I'm surprised it hasn't been done like this before. She really is the only intimate relationship he's ever had that makes sense, and here it's being pushed to its logical next step. I Am Bane was a great, brutal crossover that really showed what makes both men tick. The Button was a great crossover with the Flash that set up Doomsday Clock perfectly. Also highly recommend Doomsday Clock. Hell, Tom King even managed to make a Batman crossover with Elmer Fudd, one of the best comic books of the year. Side note, all of those DC Looney Tunes crossovers that came out this year were incredible. I highly recommend all of them, especially the Yosemite Sam Jonah Hex crossover. That was really good, but the top of them is Batman meets Elmer Fudd. But hands down, the peak of Tom King's run on Batman so far has been the War of Jokes and Riddles. This isn't just a great gang war story between the Joker and the Riddler with Batman stuck in the middle. This is a story about Batman's early days, showing what shaped him over the years, what pain he carries from this event, and ultimately what he thinks will test Selina's love for him. Michael Janin and Clay Mann deserve special mention here for their artwork. It's beautiful and cinematic and never once feels stale. It's familiar but could never be mistaken for a bland, generic house style of artwork. Plus, the design of the Joker in this story is one of my favorite designs for the character in all of comics. In his entire history, this is towards the top. And on top of all of that, we finally get the payoff to Tom King's year-long experiment with Kite Man. Hell yeah. So there you have it. The War of Jokes and Riddles is my pick for the best comic of 2017. Now, I'm sorry if this wasn't a very comprehensive list, but like I said, I've had a very busy year and an even busier holiday season, if you can believe that. But be sure to let me know down below or anywhere on the internet what your favorite comics of the year was. I'm sure I missed something out, and I'm sure you disagree with the books I did pick. Of course, a new games video every Tuesday, a new comics video every Wednesday. The backlog is on Saturday. All of those debut at 10 a.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/wolfden. They will go up immediately after, right here on youtube.com/wolfden. And every night at 9 p.m. Eastern right here on YouTube is Wolfden Live. So make sure you subscribe to see all of that, like this video, and share with a friend who needs to know what the best comics of the year was and doesn't trust any other website. Thank you all for watching. Happy New Year.